Hello, I'm Karina and I'm reading a small excerpt from Gothic Gates by R.M.Simone. Chapter 2, The Wine Cellar. I had to keep up with him. The size of the mansion with corridors and rooms had no map in my experience on how to get out of the maze if I got lost here. He suddenly stopped to turn to me. "Relax, Samantha, I don't eat my guests." I was shaking, body shaking, like the adrenaline of fight or flight had been released. For the moment we engaged in talking, what was I doing here? "Well, I don't know. I'm not a guest, just delivering something. You might eat delivery people." He stood sharply still, taking in my snide remark, and suddenly he broke into a huge laugh. I felt relieved. He had a sense of humour which broke the stiffness of my fear. I kept thanking myself for my nerve. Mine was a nature that did not take stuff from others. I held my own just fine, but this was a power and the dark side of the wealthy lifestyle. They could be demanding or nightmare stories. I just wanted to get out of there. He held the door open and lights went on, with steps going down the stairs of the mansion. "Oh, great, you expect me to go down to the cellar? Wine cellar or torture chamber?" He broke out laughing so loudly I wanted to cry. "Is this guy for real?" "Look, Samantha, I have curt, direct movements. I'm not trying to scare or offend you. Really, my wine cellar is, yes, downstairs, but so is my safe and a well-lighted space. I do not have a torture chamber or anything else to frighten courier agents with. If you feel better, wait here and I'll go down to get your cash for your services." He gave me the option, which of course puts a victim at ease. I could scream, but who would hear me down here? No one, not even upstairs. The music was so loud. I looked down the stairs. It was clean, well lighted, with a winery-looking facade. I nodded in agreement against my better judgment to enter the bowels of the inner sanctum of this beast of a Gothic home. He went first and extended his hand to me. When our hands touched, an electrical current ran through me. My heart fluttered, and I became calm, but remained excited. He guided me through the cellar, past racks of well-kept gifts of the vine. I knew it was all expensive. He rounded a corner into a well-lit, lighted room for entertaining, with a partitioned wall of glass. We walked inside this room. It was natural stone, indirect ceiling lights, with sumptuous art. He let go of my hand as he proceeded to his mission to collect my fee. I saw him move a piece of art, opening up a safe, and he counted the money for me in $100 bills. But he took more than needed. He turned and looked at me. I was in awe of this beautiful wine cellar, dining room, with a feeling of another world. This was not Gothic in this room, but it seemed Italian or maybe magical, like Midsummer Night's Dream. The chandelier hanging as an upside-down tree base with the branches over this long table was holding my attention. He walked towards me carefully. "Look, let me pay you and I will walk you back upstairs, and I assume you've left your car outside the main gates." "Do you have more than one gate to this property? I can walk out myself, really, it's not necessary." I watched as he took slow steps towards me, holding a lot more money in his hands than my fee. I felt like I was being drawn into him. What kind of man was he? He seemed so different. He was like a magician of sorts. I couldn't move, but suddenly I didn't want to. He reached out the money to me. "There's a lot of money here, more than my fee. You sense that, Samantha? Let me make this up to you for putting you through running the gauntlet, as in your words." Now I wished I hadn't snapped that statement at him. I felt my senses coming back. To my better judgment, I was thanking him and going. Then his hand touched mine. He brought the money down on the table. My heart skipped a beat, then began pounding with excitement. "Look, this is your tip. No questions asked. I want you to have the extra." He reached for me as our bodies began to touch. His free hand went to my face. My mask veil revealed my eyes, and the mere netting with flowers. He wanted to see me. His hand moved to the tortoise-shell comb, and he took it out slowly. My breathing quickened. He took out the comb and placed it on the long dining table. Please keep this for after. It looked beautiful on you. It fits you. What do you mean after? I'm not going anywhere other than good night. They are diamonds, you know. Antique tortoiseshell. This is yours. What do you mean this is mine? I only dressed up to give you the music. I was mad, suddenly feeling him taunting me. I was not going to let him make love to me here on the table in the wine cellar. Who do you think I was? The clear thinking of my anger moved all his hypnotic feelings off me. I felt him move close, like I was his prey and well within his grasp. Then he took off his mask. His eyes were the most penetrating, clear blue eyes I ever saw. Thick, long eyelashes that turned up naturally. His eyes were thick, but arched perfectly over his hooded eyes. They penetrated into me like he was already making love to me. I could hardly breathe, but I was determined to hold my ground. I'm not easy. I don't sleep with someone I just met. I came to deliver the damn music. I did. Now I'm done here. I even dressed up to get in. He turned me around so my back was to the end of the table. The money laid there, spread out like a fan among the beautiful tortoise-shell comb. I had no idea they were diamonds. My mind raced fast, but not fast like my heart. It was beating so loudly. You look splendid, and I was hoping she would send you. I wanted to meet you. You belong here tonight to come and meet me. You fit here. You know more than you realise. He leaned forward to kiss me before I could say a word. Balancing to not lean back on the table, my escape was blocked. His kiss went through me. I became lost in the warmth of his lips. You know, they say that your first kiss is what it means, and in the instant of that kiss, I knew he was going to make love to me there and then. I was surrendering. I felt his kiss shoot through me, sending electric currents ebbing through my entire body into his wanting hands. I wanted him to touch me. I warmed so fast under his kiss that I began to relax into his holding me. The next thing, he was gently guiding me back into the table. He kept kissing me now as his mouth was beginning to explore my heat there. Slowly his tongue began to explore my mouth, and the kiss continued. His energy imprinted deeply into my mind, staying in my thoughts. His one hand lifted my hips onto the table as he gently moved between my legs, willing them to open to the slight pressure. Somehow I gained my senses. I broke our kiss. The heat pulled off his body to mine, as his body was now aching for him. I'm not going to let this go further, Dante. Suddenly I spoke his name, only his first name. I wanted him, that was the truth, but not this way. I was not someone that walked into the party that he could have his own way with. My head cleared some more before breathing through my chest. Wait a minute, you said something about she would send me. Who is she? If you would like to know more about this absolutely gorgeous romantic Gothic Gates, then you can buy the book from Amazon in paperback or ebook. Thank you for listening.